morning. It's bright and early here in Istanbul. Getting ready to meet the Vera Clinic staff. They picked me up in this beautiful car, and I'm getting ready for the early morning consultation. Good morning here at Vera Clinic. I had a very exciting journey to Turkey, Istanbul. The first time I'm here, obviously. This is quite the experience. I've actually been very comfortable getting here. The VIP pickup from the hotel all the way from the airport has been amazing. And now I just finished my consultation. I'm about to get started, and I'm excited to show you guys the results.
Got a special delivery today, new flavor. Icy blue lemonade.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Generation Iron Podcast. Your host, me, Victor Martinez, Edson Farahi, Vlad Yudin, and Edwin Mejia. Welcome. Now, guys, what do we have?
Well, you know, we were in Turkey recently.
Oh,
Just got back
can't leave
not
that
too long
out,
ago.
man. How was Turkey?
Welcome back.
Turkey was amazing for many reasons.
You notice anything different about him?
You guys know
I see something different
Look
on
younger,
you.
man. Look younger.
You do something.
So, you know, as you all know, Turkey's obviously very well known for hair transplant.
All types of places.
Yeah.
All types of
trying to
jobs.
say something here. Get my flat top back.
What do you say?
Yeah, so I have been in touch with some of the Turkey clinics. There's a lot of them. As you probably know, hair transplant clinics have kind of evolved quite substantially in Turkey specifically because of all the doctors, the specialists there, and obviously it's much more inexpensive compared to most countries. But these clinics have incredible facilities, luxury locations, and it's really, really cool. So we've been in touch with a lot of these facilities because there's a lot of attention on, hair transplant, male pattern baldness in the bodybuilding industry, in the fitness, strength sports, male health. I mean, you see it every day, you hear about it. And I was talking to Vera Clinic. It's a clinic out in Turkey.
But you said there's a lot of clinic. So is there one better than the other, or is it all procedural?
No, there are. You have to do your due diligence. I did my due diligence. I looked into a lot of these
Tell them what
companies.
kind of procedure you got.
And I said, you know what? I myself am the type of guy that I'm very, look, for me, I saw that I was getting a little bit of the pattern baldness on my beard. I said, you know what? I kind of want that full beard look, and it's funny, Vlad and I were talking, in some of these countries, if you don't have a full beard, you're not allowed, they don't let you get married to the certain daughters.
Azerbaijan.
Have you heard about this stuff?
Really?
What's
I
this?
thought it was like that.
What's this, like Afghanistan?
No, it's just Afghanistan. Taliban's like that.
Azerbaijan.
I mean, Hassan, you heard about this.
Yeah, I know it's about Taliban in Pakistan,
I'm not talking about Taliban.
I mean, Taliban, they measure your beard. If your beard is short, they arrest you.
So,
or
yeah,
slash you.
They arrest
Look
you?
at
Yeah. If,
Look at that.
Vic, don't go to Taliban. Like.
Listen, man, all I know is all those wars, that's why all these military guys grew out beards.
Yeah.
Like, they brought something back from there.
Yeah, obviously, I mean, I probably wasn't a candidate over there to get married. However, I wanted to get that full beard look again. I said, you know what? We're going to be in Turkey. I did my due diligence. I did my research. I found this company, Vera Clinic, that I've been talking to their consultants about a procedure. And they basically guided me the whole way. We got to Turkey from the minute we got there. We got a great pickup, great SUV, get a consultation, and then essentially in one day.
Came back with your kidney and everything, right?
I think it's going to be like one of those horror movies, right? You see those films that you all of a sudden your organs are missing, and all of a sudden you're in the middle of nowhere, pretty much dying.
How painful was it though to get that? How do they do it exactly?
It was a pretty interesting procedure. You know, you see it now, right? It's like it's in the recovery phase still.
Good. You had that like 1 day shadow. It's cool, man.
Yeah, it has like a little shadow to it. I think the procedure really, you can really tell if it's a success in like 6-8 months, I think.
Okay.
So you got to wait a little bit.
How long takes time to?
So it was a 1 day surgery.
1 day.
I went in there, did a 1 hour consultation with Dr. Golcom, and they took me in. The first thing they ask you is, you have to take pictures of the donor area, which is essentially the back of your scalp, right? To make sure that you have enough hair follicles or healthy hair follicles to be able to do
it's
the
your
transplant.
own hair.
Yeah. So it's your own hair.
Okay,
but
cool. That's not
yeah, it's not coming.
I don't know. I don't know if it was cadaver hair. I don't know.
Right. It's not coming. It's not coming from your back or your chest. Although you technically could do that. I think.
Really? You can put hair from your chest?
Supposedly you can, but
It's a different type of hair now.
Dude,
Yeah,
I have a lot of hair on my back, man.
yeah.
You can donate maybe to the clinic.
But apparently you can't really do. I mean, the special clinics don't really do things like that. But these guys had like 5 to 10 star reviews on a lot of platforms. I mean, incredible reviews, thousands of 5-star reviews.
It wasn't painful.
And it's relatively painless. You go in there,
No
you get a
anesthesia,
consultation.
anesthesia, anything like that?
They put you on anesthesia.
I'll go just for that.
The anesthesia, it's like
What? Really? Well, it feels good.
yeah, you go in there, you get this experience. It's really interesting. You have a consultant along the way, and then they put me I didn't go to sleep or anything. I was still awake. And then all of a sudden they're going in on your scalp and you feel it. You feel like somebody's kind of like giving you a deep shave. That's what it really feels like. And then all of a sudden you're kind of knocked out, but you're not. And then they turn you around and then they're just putting these grafts inside of you. I ended up with 3,300 grafts on my face.
That's like an incision or whatever?
Yeah, 3,300.
So they plug it so then it grows on its own.
Yeah, so
Like a follicle.
It's like the hair, your hair follicles growing.
Oh, cool,
On
man.
your
You
beard.
don't have to
So-
water it or nothing and shit.
So
man.
it
Do you
was,
want to do something for yourself?
No, just the anesthesia, man.
So I mean, look, transplants they last a lifetime. I said, let me try it. I think it's worth doing it while we're in Turkey, and so far it's been a really pleasant experience. I highly recommend it for anybody that's interested in getting hair transplant and that is actually really hesitant about doing it. Do your research. Vera Clinic is an incredible facility. I highly recommend it. Great doctors there, great consultants. They check up on me every day.
It's very important to find a good clinic and good doctor. It's very, very important.
So in 6 months, you'll know if it's fully successful, half successful.
Yeah, so in 6 to 8 months, you start to see like the actual hair follicles coming in. So I'll give you guys an update.
I want to see this,
See how it
guys. Stay
goes.
tuned, man. 6 to 8 months, but we're gonna get a nice, clear shot of.
So you're going to keep
Edwin
growing it
here.
for 6 months?
Nice.
Yeah, so you see it's a little bit uneven right now. You have like my goatee,
Yeah.
and then you see the rest kind of like a shadow. But it's supposed to. I can't touch it. I can't shave it, and I gotta just let it grow.
It's crazy. After that thing, they said they couldn't smoke or drink for like, what, a week?
Yeah,
2
you
weeks?
can't have. So that was a hard
Coffee,
part.
no coffee.
Really?
Yeah,
No
crazy.
drink?
I was in. So
So
I
you couldn't even
was.
smoke hookah in
Was
a...
part
No,
of
who
the
come-
counter reaction because of the counter reaction.
Yeah,
process,
because
right?
you could actually get some reaction, or you could bleed a lot or something. So
Of course.
so it was rough. I had no coffee, no alcohol, and then no hookah, no
Okay,
cigars.
They said no coffee, but can you take Adderall?
You could take Adderall.
No
you could
hookah,
Damn.
but can you smoke weed?
take- you can't.
I don't know.
You can't smoke anything, and then you
No
can't.
smoke at all.
The thing was hard. It's like you're in Turkey. I mean, there's amazing hookah everywhere, amazing food, amazing coffee. I can't drink, can't smoke, and no sex. I mean, you can't do anything.
Oh,
What?
chill, man.
Nah,
You don't see me having
He's
any
definitely not going there.
freaking on.
The last part, I don't like the last part.
Well, the sex part they say it's like
horrible. No.
They say it's like 5 days. 5 days post surgery.
Oh, that's not bad. My
Not too
will's
bad.
good for 5 days.
So,
Five whole days.
but it was interesting. I mean, I went in there. I felt like I was part of a club because you go in there. It's so funny. You see all these guys with like, these little weird hats on, but
Yeah.
they're all hanging out, sipping like I think some sort of tea or something. I don't know. But anyway, everybody's hanging out. It's like a little boys' club after the hair transplant surgery. But the difference with me is I had a beard transplant, so I was just there, just hanging out. Vlad told me afterwards I looked like a pinball head with a
Oh, it's
massive,
like swollen, right?
swollen
Yeah,
face.
that's normal.
You know, that first day was like a little rough.
How'd
but
you prep for that? Like, did they tell you anything to do before you go over? Like, don't
you
do
just you just don't do any strenuous activity. You can't go in the gym for a good 10, 15 days. It's a little rough, but I was able to, the first night.
That's before or after?
Afterwards.
How about before? How do you prep? Just show up and that's
You
it?
just show up. You can't really, they don't want you to shave. They want to see your natural hair, of course.
They said no drinking before either, right?
And
Like
then
2
no
days,
drinking before, no caffeine for 3 days beforehand.
So why you pick Turkey? Why you pick that clinic? It has some special.
Yeah, I picked Turkey, and it's a good question because Turkey actually they have the most specialized doctors in hair transplant. I mean, so you hear some people saying, "Oh, you can go to other places," but it's a lot more. And actually, it's inexpensive, and you get that real VIP experience there compared to most countries. You can still do it in India as well, and obviously here in the States.
It's a huge hub for plastic surgery. Actually, somebody told us it's a lot of transgenders go there to do that as well. It's a huge business.
Yeah, the minute you show up to the airport, you see
Iran
billboards,
is
signs.
good too.
So the transgender go
Well,
there?
don't go to Iran right now.
So the transgender go there for their hair or
No, for the sex change. The
sex?
Yeah,
Please
you go
don't
there.
go to that way, bro.
Listen, man.
You
this
go
time.
there. You go there for everything. There's
Everything, like
plastic
all-
surgery, dentistry
a
is huge.
a guy we both know got a nose job there.
Yes.
But they also have that Crisco oil wrestling where you pour oil all over you and all that. And then you wrestle. And then
Listen, the minute you land in Turkey, that Istanbul airport is amazing. But you see signs and billboards for hair transplant surgery there. It's amazing.
Advertising for all
It's
that.
pretty
It's
so
crazy.
the implants is to Turkey as the teeth is to Colombia and boobs and butts.
Agreed.
Brazil.
In fact, you could probably
Girls go
probably-
to Turkey get the butts too. Actually.
yes.
Actually, I think some girl went to Turkey and got her, I think, something done there.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's just as comparable. I think that it's a great solution for people in the bodybuilding industry. Obviously, there's a lot of hair loss from PED use. I wouldn't necessarily know because I haven't been on PEDs, but I do know that there are great solutions out there for men that are looking for a doctor and have their doubts about Turkey. And I can tell you firsthand, it's a great experience.
How much is different for prices
Yeah,
compared to
like, what was
America?
the price like?
Yeah, look, I mean, you can get a whole hair transplant out there. I know some people that have done it for $2,000-$3,000.
That's it.
Yeah,
It's
really
very good
good
price.
price.
So
And-
here, how much is here?
Probably double at least, right?
it's like quadruple. I mean, it's
Quadruple.
probably
20,
4 times.
25,000. I hear.
Fucking beer.
Sometimes 10, 15 easy minimum.
That's a lot. Let's talk about muscle implants. Let's talk about that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so now
hair
We have
Kind of
implants.
leads into the.
So-
There's all
have
kinds of
muscle-
implants. There's
We
all
have
kinds
muscle
now.
implant? Really?
Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
So that's what I hear about too. I mean, there's a lot of implants in the bodybuilding industry. Not only hair implants, but I hear this is
They
Rick,
said
you
Liver
know
King
firsthand.
has implanted abs. I don't know what you think about that, but you know people that
Listen,
have.
man,
muscle
I don't doubt anything they say about him anymore because it's, come on now.
But we spoke about. We have a whole episode dedicated for Cinto, right? So we're not talking about Cinto. We're talking about
No, it's actual
implants, like
Yes.
boob implants, but muscle.
Yes.
So in
Pretty much.
addition to hair implants, people are doing muscle implants. Vic, is that true?
I mean, I seen some of the worst, chest implants. Again.
You've seen it personally.
Yeah, I seen it again. I acted like I didn't see it. I knew it was there. I knew it was a
Which one?
anomaly. It was one
Which
of the
bodybuilder?
old gym owners from back in the days. He obviously,
They put the chest implant? What, the
Yeah, he
biceps?
had the chest. He had the calves. I had another friend, my man Luke. Luke, you said I can mention. My man, I would always do calves after legs, and he would never do calves. And I said, dude, you never do calves. And
And then boom.
he had mentioned, remember that episode on MTV where there was a guy getting calf implants? I'm like, yeah. He goes, that was me. It was him, yes. it was.
So is it you know how the boob implants supposed to feel like a real breast? Are the muscle implants supposed to feel hard, like a muscle, or
See,
like?
that's what I like to
Have
know.
you felt
They could-
his-
No, I did not feel it. I did not feel it. I
You get
did
a-
not
you
ask to
didn't-
touch it.
You didn't get a rub in?
I did not ask to poke it. I didn't. It was just round, but it wasn't a Tom Platz, Mike Matarazzo looking calf.
So what is this? Is it muscle? Is it oil?
It's
Is
just,
it
it's
spans? What
just,
is
it was
I
just
think
a
it's
bubble.
made-
It was just a bubble calf.
But
It's made out of silicone.
Silicone,
from what I
right?
understand.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a silicone?
Silicone muscle,
Like a silicone to put for
but a little bit
man-
harder.
for women
But a little bit
boobs, yeah?
harder. A
A
little bit
little
harder.
harder, probably more sealant, more.
There's a thing called the Kendall look. It's if you guys go on YouTube, put in Kendall look.
Yes, that's what the guy he did. Ken, it was Ken that had the.
His name was Ken.
Yeah, his name was Ken too.
What a coincidence.
Kendall.
It was.
No, but the Kendall's like a look. So they get cheek implants.
Yes.
They get shoulders, but not huge muscle, just like a little bit.
You guys
know
ever
what
seen
I'm
a
saying?
Kendall? It's a pretty guy looks like a freak.
It looks
So
like
what
a Kendall
happened-
from
Listen,
Barbie.
man, Ken
What
Doll-
happens if you get fat? If you get fat,
That's
what
a good
happens?
question. They don't.
I mean, it probably just get rounder. It probably fills it out more. But I think the biggest problem is not when you get fat, is when you get slimmer. Because then you're going to start probably seeing the outline of the freaking...
But Vic, are there any? Because I hear rumors there's some pro bodybuilders on stage. Like let's say they tear a bicep or something, and then they get an implant to fix it up. Have you heard of that or not?
That
I
would
don't
be a
think
new
it's
one, man. That would be
implant for-
breaking news, man. They do that.
I've heard of accusations before.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
the best arms I have torn, and I have seen them on stage, and they were the most, I would say, close to one of the top arms in the business, was Vince Taylor. He's tore his arms, he repaired them, and they wind up being.
How
some
did he
of the-
repair them?
He just reattached them. you know?
Reattached.
Oh, that's surgery you're talking about.
Surgery,
not
yeah,
an
but
implant.
it wind up no implant, no nothing, and that was one of
Wow.
the best freaking jobs I ever seen, because everybody else who I've seen with partially tear or torn, they always have that,
Well, Dorian Yates tore his.
high up,
Yeah, different type
kind
of
of-
look.
yeah, like that.
Different looks, yeah.
Yeah, the high peak, like Larry Wheels, and when he tore his, it's like really high
it looked
up
a little
now,
freakish.
but it's not.
But it's true that Dorian Yates was kind of forced to retire after he had that tear, right?
Yeah, man, listen, man, you compete and do the Olympia and win with no bicep or torn tri. That's some.
Did you ever see Dorian Yates in person compete at all? No,
Dorian
right?
Yates in person.
In the 90s.
I
pose.
think on TV it threw me back. If I was in person, I would have just ran away from bodybuilding. I think it would have been too freaky
Yeah,
to
man,
see.
because like that, he's like the type of guy that
I
you
mean, he was
like,
the freakiest person I ever saw on TV competing with Lee Haney. And Lee Haney, he looked good, but Dorian was just like,
Dorian looked like a monster coming out of a cave,
just
man. He's
crazy.
like,
Well, Silly Haney retired that year after he came in first, and Dorian came second. He knew that. He said it himself, I was not going to beat him next year.
no,
So he didn't even
Dorian
wanna-
was
he didn't
just a
wanna go
different
there.
level, man. Different level big. But no, I have not seen anyone. I know it was circulations. Again, I know we discussed this in other, podcasts with Flex Wheeler. That was like a whole.
But that's Synthol.
Sean Ray.
That was Synthol.
Well, it went from synthol to implants, synthol.
what's healthier, implants or synth oil?
Synthol's healthier than implant?
No, I mean,
no, I
that's
don't
my
think
question
so.
too.
Oh,
No, probably the implants.
you got to be healthier.
Probably the implants, as long as they don't pop and leak.
I think it's called a gummy, like it's not actual liquid inside.
Yeah, it's
like gummy.
a full gel. Yeah,
Yes,
it's a full gel.
Vic,
So what
Yeah, it's a
happens
full
if
gel.
someone put the implant chest and then they want to run?
The same thing that happens. If you
Well,
see same thing if you see a girl.
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about,
man.
If you put the implant in the biceps and then you run in the beach, boom, 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 boom.
But they don't make it like this.
That's-
It's more like flattened.
Yeah, flat. I think the only way you'll be able to tell is it an implant or not is just having flex. If you see not a
yes.
single sign of striation, then you know it's an implant.
Oh,
I think we should ask the Liver King. Is it moving?
Flex your ab.
People
Vic, have
accuse
you-
them of the abs. Like it's like they put actual like little.
Yes, the
Right.
ab is probably most
I saw,
common,
yeah, I
and the
saw,
chest. I seen abs, chest, calves the most common. Arms are just too easily identifiable.
Just see it right away.
As an IFBB professional athlete, doesn't bother you when you saw someone put the implant muscle like abs or chest?
chest.
Oh man, I would love them to put it on, man, so I could show them how silly they look when they stand next to me.
Have you ever
That
seen
would
a
be great.
bodybuilder? Have you ever seen a bodybuilder use implants or have implants on stage or anything like that at all?
That's what I want to know. Anybody on stage ever used an implant?
Actual implants? No, I would not recall. And if I did, I would not remember. I think one guy, but he was too high up. He wasn't even in the top 10. They were speculating he had implants.
Really? Who was it?
Yeah, no, again, he was one of these unknown IFBB
like a
guys.
guy,
Well,
Judge there.
it's not impossible.
Yeah, it
'cause-
looked funny. Yeah, it looked funny.
I mean, it's quite believable, to be honest, because a lot of bodybuilders would do anything to get.
Well, if you're not into
Right,
the,
to
not into the sport, and you just anybody out in the street, you're gonna think it's real.
But I agree with what he's saying. It's just logically speaking, implant is healthier than Synthol because Synthol you're just injecting some kind of oil.
Foreign
you know what I mean?
oil into your body. At least that's it's just something that's between the skin and
I'm not
between the
saying
muscle
either
tissue.
one is good, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
it's healthier.
they're not good. Just
I have a
healthier.
question. The new version of the bikini wellness. So many people they believe that girls, that women put
Oh, the
something in
glutes.
the glutes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Some of
butts.
them are for sure putting
what is
something in
this?
there.
Is it Synthol? Is it implant? What is this?
That's both. It's not Synthol. It's basically surgery. I mean, you can get fat transfers all day long. So what these women do is they go to Colombia, they go to Dominican Republic, Turkey, and
Brazil.
essentially, I know a lot of women that have gotten the whole lipo thing, Victor. You know that obviously because there's women that do it all day. So what they do is they do fat transfers. They go and they take it off of their stomachs and they put it in their their behinds, and that they do it all day. And in wellness, that can easily happen.
But wait a
I'm not
second.
saying that they do that, but that can easily happen.
But they cannot
But
flex.
wait,
They
in
cannot
glutes-
flex and
hold up a second.
separation. What's
Hold up a second. In wellness, the glutes are supposed to be hard.
Yes,
muscle,
that's why.
Not fat.
No, not really that hard because they get
condition.
penalized. Let's say they have too much striations. Like
Yeah.
judges will just kind of.
But it's still muscle butt, though.
They're just round. They just round. You can see,
Really?
and it's mostly round.
Yeah, because
glutes
you don't-
and quad sweeps.
Do you get judged on your ass? Like,
yes.
I mean, why they have you walk away? They're not.
No, I mean,
judging you on it.
let's say
They walk away. Walk
some
away.
people-
Keep walking away.
some people might not know. I'm saying like in wellness they do, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you see what I'm saying. You can
Men's
get
bodybuilding, too. The glutes is part of the package, right?
I mean, it is, but I seen guys win and actually, show
Right.
too much glutes. If they want to use that as a thing to kind of judge.
yeah.
them.
I don't think glutes is like a primary
Yeah,
Isn't that show you how conditioned you are? Based
That
on
would
the
show,
actual-
how hard, how conditioned you are. But a lot of times, a guy could have the most striated glutes and be put together.
Well, it's not
like
the
a
only
Lego
thing,
set,
yeah.
and not have
Right.
a balanced physique.
I see what you're saying, but no, that's a good point. I mean, wellness probably. I mean, there's all these opportunities to do surgery. They could do fat transfers into glutes, and I've seen it done, and it looks
I mean, you got
pretty
the
official.
boobs already. Why not? Why stop at the glutes?
Right.
Might as
So
well
if you look
just
at
keep
like,
going.
if you look at like this, physique guy has to be putting something in the shoulder to shoulder become more bigger.
Synthol.
You
Like,
okay
an,
with
like an
that?
implant. I mean,
Synthol.
I mean, I've seen tall implant, fat. I don't know, because they want to put more wrong. I think this is
But
not.
once you put that on, it takes away the detail. And then
Yeah. I agree with
the
that.
point is, I think this is the wrong way.
if
This
a
is the
bodybuilder
wrong-
gets
it's a wrong way, but
if a bodybuilder gets implanted abs for like a real bodybuilder on IFBB Pro, do you think the judges can see it right away?
I mean, with judges know firsthand, if anything, what's real, what's not.
I don't think they can tell if it's done well. And
If it's done well.
have
I
you ever
mean,
seen liposculpting on women? And men are doing it too. Like it's up. Male plastic
if you're
surgery
giving,
is
if
up
you're giving
20.
an ab and thigh,
Right.
and
But
you haven't been asked to give an ab and thigh, that's kind of indication you got fake
so
abs.
here's the deal. Male plastic surgery is up like 30 to 20% in the last 10,
that's
15
crazy.
years.
Yeah.
And I've seen women do liposculpting, and what that is basically they take your fat transfers and they create abs on you. Essentially, they make you have abs. They
Out of
know how to
fat?
sculpt it.
Out of
Like they
fat?
do these sculptings on your body, and
What
you see
not?
the striations, and you see it. You see them, Vic, and then
No,
they
but I've
they
seen it, but I also seen they use a string now.
yeah. So and then they move
that?
the fat. They move the
Yeah.
fat away, and then if the girls need it on their ass, they put it on their behind, and they get abs. So I'm not saying look.
Is that a surgical procedure?
Yeah, 100%. And they've seen it, and they
It
do
looks
it.
natural.
They do it all the time in Dominican Republic.
It looks good.
They do it all the time. It looks amazing. Some doctors do a great job with it, and some of the girls they don't look that great.
But
in
is it when you look at it? Does it look like it's natural abs, or does it look like
It
it's
does look
enhanced?
like natural. It does.
Bro,
in some
why
cases.
you telling me do abs? Take me to the DR.
Yeah, right, man. I don't know, man.
Come on, man.
I mean, listen, the only reason male surgeries went up, 20% you say? Because they have to keep up with these damn women, Fresh abs. I like to see the first person that does this. I mean, I like to definitely just look at it. I definitely have seen some of the women on social media with
Questionable.
They're just like ripped, shredded, and meanwhile you got a fat face and a fat booty. You got these abs, like what's going on here?
But ultimately, all of us agree that nobody, as a competitor, should be using implants, right?
I mean, at
We agree with it?
least a top tier competitor
Should not be using implants.
They shouldn't, because it takes away, and it's a bodybuilding mutiny when it comes to it. We already surpassed the steroids. It's kind of like, it's cool.
All right, guys, let's get into the final topic real quick. The list is announced. The list of competitors for the Masters Olympia.
Yes, the list came out.
You want to take us through a list real quick?
So here's a list. Our team just put this together. I mean, obviously sent this over to us. I mean, it's we all know Fred Biggie Smalls. Shout out to Fred.
Do your thing, Fred.
Joseph Piersante, Josh Lenowitz, of course, we know Josh.
Josh coming back from down under. That's great, man.
Kamal Agani, of course, we know Kamal.
He's a current top competitor.
Listen,
Right.
he's
one of the dangerous person on the stage.
regardless of him, transitioning from 212 just last year.
This is all men's open. So
Yeah.
he's going to men's open.
Yeah.
Yep.
He compete men's open last
Yeah.
year.
Last
he did.
year was the
Yes.
first time, bro.
Yes.
Second in
So
Tampa.
I think he's definitely among the favorites, I think, too, right? Ken Jackson, Logan Robson. There's also Marek Olejniak. I hope I pronounced that okay.
I didn't want to read that list because I'm going to butcher
Yeah.
his names.
Yeah.
Bro.
We got Max Charles. Everybody knows Max Charles. I
Max,
think
he's
amongst the
NYC
top.
zone right there. Max
I didn't realize you have to be 45 to compete on this. I didn't realize
I
he
think
was.
they threw 45 there.
Yeah, Max Charles is past 45, I think.
I didn't realize that.
Michael Ellie. You got Michael Lynn, Philip Klahar,
Philip.
Robert
Telling
Berniakia.
you, just name some of the top fives right there already.
You said Lionel Binyaki?
No. Robert Berniaca. We got Ron Stevens, Rusty Jeffers, Sergio Lima, Slavoj Bednar. Sorry, I hope I pronounced it okay. Tony Legrand, Vincent Galanti,
A lot of names.
Yeah, Vinny, straight from Jersey. Do your thing, Vinny.
and then Vladimir Ogrinsky. That's the list.
So, what do you think, Vic?
No, it's a good list, and I know I saw a lot of guys announcing that they got put on the list, and I'm not sure if it was invitation or you just sign up, So
I think it's
I don't know.
invitation, no?
It's Olympia technically, right? So you have to
But this is taking place in August.
August, yeah.
So it's taking place August. Where's the location? You don't remember?
Romania.
It's in Romania.
Yeah, it's taking place in August, and I think they're piggybacking off of the main event, which is the Romanian Pro.
Okay.
That's to qualify for the Olympia Open. But
A lot of people are upset because you're not on that list. People expected you to be on that.
Man,
No one contact you for Master Olympia?
No. I think Jim said, I won't let you do it, Vic. And I said, thanks, Jim. No,
Vic would.
I don't know.
Vic would dominate that list.
You know what? I think in light of the Olympia and the announcement, I feel like I'm just going to do some transformation, in regards to that. Just for the hell of it, and also not just for the Masters, but also to promote the show. I feel like doing a transformation.
You look great.
This
Though.
just
What do
came
you got
out
to
of the
transform into?
No, just going a little TRT DK. No.
You want to
Yeah,
get bigger
but
than
just-
this?
You want to get bigger?
No,
yeah.
not bigger, because I got some major fat, man. I've been ODing on pizza. Yeah,
That's true.
You haven't
That's
seen
true.
my tire marks in the right
That's
here.
true.
You know-
If someone put the money in one show, you, Jay Cutler, Phil
Listen.
Hitz, and Kai Green, did you
It's-
compete for that show?
If somebody just pay me to compete, I'll do it, just to do it.
Well, Flex Lewis made a statement recently, and people took it the wrong way. I think,
Right,
but he
right.
he basically said, he has a business, he has a family.
I read it. It
For him
makes
to come
sense.
back to compete,
This
it's
is
gotta
what
be
he
a-
said. The same thing that Victor just said.
Yeah, it's got to be
No, it
it's the
makes
same thing.
sense.
I mean, people taking it. He said it's got to be a payout for me to do this.
Yes.
People taking it the wrong way. How dare you? Like stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he makes 100% sense when he's saying just
Shout out
the
to-
way
yeah,
just
yeah.
the way you said it.
Shout out to Flex Lewis, man. He's
Shout out to Flex, and then people say, oh, maybe they don't have enough money to pay. And I said, no, that's not true, because they can get the money to pay. And if they wanted to get the money to pay, they could find it, but it's just, they're happy with what they're doing, and they knew there was going to be guys running over to want to do it, so.
How much you need to compete?
No, it's
How
just,
much? How
come
much?
on.
Very
I'll take
much
bids. I'll
open-ended
take bids,
question.
man. I'll take bids.
You got to throw Victor some.
Yeah,
some
I wanna-
You got to throw Victor some incentives in
I
there.
think they asked me last week when I was at the Evo Sport Expo in
California.
Yeah, in California, in Santa Ana, and Santa Clara. Anyways, San Francisco, Bay Area. And I said, listen, it's got to be enough to pay my child support for at least a year.
That's an expensive. That would be pretty pricey.
and unfortunately, it wasn't even enough to cover that. So it just doesn't make sense at all.
So from that list, any final note? Who do you want to see win, or who do you think will win? Or
Oh man, I have to say this: let the best man win. But I think they're all gonna, definitely push their hardest.
they all winners?
Yeah, they're all pros. They're all up there. I know Vinny. I gotta mention he always wanted to do the Olympia, so this is great for Vinny Galanti, and he's gonna be.
I'm actually looking forward to Josh Lenardovitz coming back
Yeah.
because he went through a crazy sickness. He had a brain tumor,
Yeah.
which he spoke about.
Yeah.
So this is
Before
like his
COVID,
comeback.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
great
yeah.
genetics, great legs. He used to come in crazy dry. He's
Yeah,
a big
he's
boy.
great.
He's got big clavicles. And
I guess the competition between three people: Kamal, Josh, and Max.
Max, yeah.
These three.
Max Charles.
Max
I think
Charles.
Max Charles can, obviously.
Max Charles is good. Kamal
Max
is
is
good.
huge, man. I
Yeah,
see
Max
Max the
is
other
huge,
day.
yeah.
He is huge. If anyone, he'll probably be by far probably one of the most massive up there.
Yeah, I think he's very. He comes in tight, and he's surprising. I mean, he always.
Josh is big too. Josh,
Josh is
depends
big.
how he backs,
Yeah, Josh is
Nobody's seen
big,
him
but
compete. Nobody's seen him
Max
compete
Charles just has been still stepping on that stage.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
going to be a big factor in giving that edge during that weekend. So what's the date of the event?
Oh, I
August,
think it's
end of August.
end of
I think.
August. Yeah, I think it's end of August.
Good luck to all the guys competing that weekend. Guys, support them, watch it, do the pay-per-view, stream, whatever it is.
Are you going to Romania for watching?
I will go just for that. To Romania, never been, and I always say when you say Romania, I always want to see Dracula's castle, the Impaler.
You're not talking about Andrew Tate, right?
Andrew Tate. Oh man, Andrew Tate, man.
He's over there somewhere,
somewhere
in Romania.
doing
He's jacked
J-house workout.
bulking up. He's
He's
bulking
good.
up.
He's
Bulking
good.
up.
Andrew
Are you
Tate,
sure it's not implant or something?
No,
Not muscle implant.
He'll be okay, man.
Is it okay?
just as long as Greta doesn't come back after him, so he'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Is he 90 or?
Natty or not, who knows, right?
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us this week's podcast. If you want to watch any of our past episodes, please tune in to iHeartRadio, Apple iPod.
iPods do not exist anymore.
There's no more iPods.
No more iPods.
Yeah, wherever you stream any of your podcast episodes. Okay, so
All right.